Okay.
Video on
Let's see if it's getting ready.
Did you kill the sound over there?
Probably not. This one.
So we're gonna do feedback.
Hi, Joyce.
Hello, Joyce. We're just trying to wait to see how many people figure out we're here.
Okay, that's a new one. Chaos Theory Cookies. Wow.
All right. Hey.
Tall Oak Farm. Jana. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
We're about 30 minutes early because there was an hour living on a dime changed times, and y'all have to go to the Homestead Network to find it. I forgot, I think Thursday night, if I'm not mistaken.
You got me. I don't know. This is all new to me.
There's Wheat Tree. Okay, so we have a moderator. Kitty's here. We have another moderator. I see Christine, Kathy, Songbird.
You didn't turn the mics on that while ago.
Ah.
Hang on, y'all, just a minute. They can't hear us. Now go to there. Okay, now.
Do y'all hear us now? I'm sitting here talking to y'all.
We're sitting here talking, and I looked down and I said, there are no mics on.
Okay, so we have Wheat Tree, Kitty, and Rain. At least we have 3 moderators right now. So our moderators have been doing a really good job for us.
Yes, everything's been going really good. I'm hoping that y'all can hear us well. Let us know. One of y'all say something if you can hear us. Tell us that everything's coming through all right. Okay.
Wheat Tree said we're fine. Okay.
We're fine. Okay. Hey, Roy and Faye, Joy, Tawana, Janice, Jackie, Sharon, Orphan Lady, Crystal. Hey, y'all. Oh, you heard us the whole time. Wow, we had the mics turned off and they still heard us.
Wow, that's unusual. Hey, Lisa, William, Terry. We've got another one of our moderators in. Wendy, Hopeful, James, Humor, Joey. We can sit here and read for 30 minutes.
Yeah, we can read all our hour. All right.
Danny said we don't have anything to talk about for an hour and a half. So.
That's what I told her. I said, man, to go extra 30 minutes is going to be a little bit tough tonight. So y'all are going to have to chime in. Y'all are going to have to give us some feedback tonight. So we're going to be going a little bit extra long.
Maple View Farm says they feel like they're bar hopping. Y'all have to excuse me. I'm fixing my tea because usually I do this right before while living on a dime the last 10 minutes or so. And I was running behind, so I'm getting my tea ready.
Yeah. Okay, tonight I want to, as we get started off here, I'm trying to make sure let's see, it's saying we have 82 people in. Y'all will have to tell me if it's any different than that.
Why the time change? Okay, it's not that it was a time change. Living on a Dime went to a new day, and I think it's Thursday, but y'all check out thehomesteadnetwork.com to find out where. And there was an hour between Big Bear and us, and Big Bear just decided to take the first 30 minutes, and we're taking the second 30 until Brad fills in the gap.
Yeah, and they're wanting to know, do you have an Excalibur?
No, I do not. That's on my to-do list for Christmas. That's where we're headed at Christmas.
Somebody said, okay, Joey said, let's talk about the sweet taters harvest, beautiful harvest.
Now, they were awesome, and we've had sweet potatoes. Well, we've been eating sweet potatoes.
We eat sweet potatoes every day.
The first harvest, a month and a half, 2 months ago?
Yeah, about 2 months ago, yeah.
And we had baked sweet potatoes for lunch today and sweet potato fries yesterday, and we just sweet potatoed up all the time. Living on a Dime is that Wednesday at 4:30 Eastern. So thank you, Tall Oak.
Yeah, somebody was asking about my health. It's not got that much better. It's I just push through each day. Let me say that. I know I got things I have to do. It's like sitting here right now. I mean, I'm hurting real bad between my shoulders and everything because we put down several posts today building a loading chute for the sheep. We didn't get the chute finished. All we could do is get the post in. So we got that done. And we've had YouTube people here with us today coming in and visiting.
Talk about that in just
We're going to talk about that a little bit. So the day's been really busy. And we just got a chance to sit down here when we found out we had to come on 30 minutes early. We just got out of the shower.
Yeah, and I'm jealous. Teresa Dean said it's 52. We're sitting here with a fan going on us, blowing, plus
Air
the air
conditioners
conditioner.
going. Y'all have to understand, today was the first day we've had that the temperature was only 87 degrees. It has been in the mid 90s to the high 90s
For several
for
days.
several days. Now the morning temps would be in the 60s. I think we got one morning we got down to 50 something, but it's still hot here.
Okay, what do you put on your mustard greens so they will grow? Well, they're up, but
We
if
don't
it
put
gets too
anything.
hot-
We don't put anything on them to make them grow. We have the soils already amended before we ever put them in the ground. We make sure we got lots of lime. We want the soil to be at least a 7.0 pH, which is what I've got mine at. And we put lots of rabbit fertilizer and chicken fertilizer and compost in the ground before we plant them. Mustard greens are heavy nitrogen feeders, so make sure you have a lot of nitrogen in the ground.
Yeah, we had a nice breeze blowing too today. Doc D said they had a nice breeze. It kicked in while we had company.
Yeah, we had a cold front come through today, and it dropped to 87 degrees. So
yeah.
so we were really excited about that. Oh.
That was pretty nice that the breeze cooled it off just a little.
Yeah, we could stand it today. James is saying it's 20s here tonight. I can't even comprehend that. I ain't seen 20s in over a year, so.
I don't know. Yeah, it's been a long time. Permaculture Homestead. Christine Jewell.
Somebody said they went deer hunting today and it was in the 20s. Wow.
Ooh. Moon Ridge
Man.
at 75 there. Hi, Karen. Songbird. Living on Dime is on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 4:30. Living on Dime does several things, but
yes.
Check out the Homestead Network and it'll tell you exactly which days they are on. But they do some of theirs not on the network.
Yeah.
Some of theirs is off the network.
Yeah. Maple View said the nice breeze all day been shaking their house. Well, it ain't shook our house. It ain't blowing that hard, but
they're getting the hurricane.
Yeah, you're getting more than a breeze there.
Yeah. I want to talk a little bit about some things that we've gotten this week. We have y'all must know. I mean, I told Miss let me get my name straight. Miss Michelle. I messaged her and talked to her. She has to be in my house knowing what I'm thinking most of the time, because when Danny saw, when I opened up what she sent me for my birthday, the earrings are part of it, but let me see if I can put up the other part I want you guys to see.
Yeah. Well, we're going to disappear for just a minute here. We're not going to be able to see the comments or anything. So
we're not going to disappear. We're going to just put it in the corner, actually.
Okay, we're going to try to stick it in the corner. This is a gift from
Miss Michelle. And it'll show up in just a minute, but the earrings that I have on are part of it, and then I have the whole thing laid out because I started using part of it. In my kitchen, Danny knows we both have been fussing about pot holders for the last, I don't know how long. And I go and buy pot holders, and you pick something up and you can feel the heat through them. The pot holders just do not work. And when I opened this and she sent a little note saying these were pot holders, I thought, well, these are so thick. Well, I've been using them. I took the picture and then I started using them because they really work. And she's even sent me the crochet, how she's crocheted them. So I'm going to try to make some more. And then the white ones are kitchen washcloths for your dishes. So I had to test those out too. I told her, I said I needed to test them. So I've been using them all week. They work a lot better than anything you buy at Wally World that's so thin and weird.
Yeah.
These dish towels or dishcloths work really, really well. I've washed 2 of them. I hung them on the line to dry yesterday, and they're good to go again. So y'all, this was awesome. And Danny's you planted.
I haven't got the onions planted yet.
You haven't planted the onions.
No, I'm trying to get a place ready to plant the onions.
But now he was working with all the seeds that she sent.
Yes.
He's got his seed trays. He started organizing. So sometime soon y'all going to get to see something we promised y'all back in January was organizing seeds. So we're going to try and get that where you guys can see that. And then I want to show you Miss Tina sent a message, and she wanted to meet us in Wiggins. and it's going to take a minute for it to change over.
Yeah.
And you'll see Miss Tina and what she brought us. And she knew that we was doing moringa, and she asked, did we want moringa plants? Because we have the seed and I have the powder, but she said she had some plants up, so it's not coming up. Did I not?
I was looking. I don't know if you actually clicked the right button.
Let me see if I did or not.
Nope, you didn't take it off of that. There you go. Now.
Okay, okay. Now you can see Miss Tina.
Yes.
Okay.
It may take it a minute
It'll
to come
take a
back
minute.
up because we're about 15 seconds behind. Y'all are about 15 seconds behind us.
Yes. So we met Miss Tina in the Walmart parking lot at Wiggins, and she brought us the moringa plants. I mean, these are small trees. They were really nice plants. And you can see them standing on the back of the truck. And then she brought us a couple of banana trees to add to ours. And she actually brought us this, what do you call them?
I don't know what, it's a bunch of bananas.
A bunch of bananas.
Yeah.
With the little rope thing still attached to, I don't know what you call
That's
it.
a flower. That's the bloom on it.
It's awesome. I'd never seen bananas like this before, so I was just so thankful for what Miss Tina brought me the banana. I was more thrilled over the bananas than the moringa. I mean, I like the moringa plants, but the bananas were awesome.
James Hemrick wants to know, do we freeze all of our seed? No, we do not freeze all of our seed. The only seed we freeze are peas, beans, corn, and that type stuff. We do not freeze anything like tomatoes, cucumbers, or anything like that.
And then Danny had a visitor. Well, he came to see both of us.
Well, they came to see both of us. We had...
Let me get it up.
Okay, let her get it up before I actually say anything, because we've got that 15-second delay.
We want y'all to see who came to visit. Y'all want to know what Danny's going to be when he gets old? Or older. I told Mr. Charles I wouldn't call him old.
Right.
Just older.
I had a visitor today, someone I really look up to, really enjoy their channel, and I would encourage y'all to go to their channel and watch them. This is Mr. Charles, the old Alabama gardener. Yes. Him and his wife, Ms. Kiku, come to visit us today, and we really enjoyed having them on the homestead here. We shared a lot of gardening knowledge between the two of us. We made some videos. We walked around the place. He shot some videos. We talked about different things on the homestead. We had a real good visit. That's one thing that we always encourage is people to actually come and spend some time with us and visit with us. And the man is a world of knowledge, not only in gardening, but in health. I mean, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
The things that we talked about during the day, and how that him and his wife just had a great time here. Now, the thing that really got me, this is their 52nd wedding anniversary.
Yesterday.
Yesterday was.
They've been married 52 years yesterday. And her name is Kiku. K-I-K-U. Kiku.
Kiku, and they chose on part of their anniversary trip to come to Deep South Homestead and spend some time with us.
So
we were honored.
Yeah, and she's a sweetheart, y'all. She is a beautiful lady. I just adored her. She and I walked around, and she just kept telling Danny that he had so much knowledge, and she would say that Mr. Charles had knowledge, but she thought Danny had more, and I thought it was funny. So I was going, I don't know about that. But Danny would, if he could be like Mr. Charles as far as a gardener, that's it, because he's our go-to for gardening.
Yes, and there's several people that I go to watch their channels if I'm having problems with something. And the old Alabama gardener, Mr. Charles, is one of them that I go to because I really put a lot of faith and trust into what he does, because he has the knowledge. And I'm always wanting to learn, because no one person ever knows it all. Me and Mr. Charles was talking about that today. He himself talked about how he is still learning. And I think that's really a wise comment, because usually when someone says that they know it all, usually they don't know anything, to be honest with you. They're just trying to build their own selves up.
Happy birthday, Mike Miller. I see that he said that the old Alabama gardener got married one day before he was born. So today's his birthday.
Yeah. So
that tells you you're 52.
Yeah.
You're telling your age.
Telling your age. Okay. I saw some questions while we were talking, going through there. If we missed your questions, throw them back up again so that we can see them.
Yeah, because we'll be on till for
Yeah,
another hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, at least, yeah. Or unless we just run out of air.
He knows his bitter milling. Yes, he does. I saw that video. He has showed us. He showed us how to can okra to where it's actually better fried after it's canned than it was fresh. You know, so things like that to us is really amazing when we can learn stuff like that from people, and that's just what I'm talking about. I mean, y'all need to really visit the Old Alabama Gardener's channel. That was a question. What was his channel? I remember now. It's called the Old Alabama Gardener for whoever it was that asked. I think it's all run together. I think it's Old with a capital O, Alabama with a capital A, and Gardener with a capital G, but it's all stuck together.
Yeah, it's all one word.
One word. And I think that's, how you get it. I put a card, but I don't know if it's showing up. Is there a little eye up there in the corner? I put cards there, and I'm not sure if y'all are going to get them or when it comes up as a video later, then the card should
Christine
be there.
Jewell says, my husband wants to come visit y'all. Well,
come ahead.
Come on. I mean, we have people coming in here all the time.
Private messages.
Just private messages. We'll give you the address, and you can come visit anytime you want. Just let us know, because we're here 90% of the time.
Yes. And it doesn't matter to us if it's during the week, because we make allowances for that, because we're here all the time. We can stop what we're doing. Okay, Rain says she sees the eye. Okay.
Cindy Hill says, I think I'm Southern in another life.
Who does?
That's pretty cool. Candy Hill.
Candy Hill. Okay.
Yeah, Candy Hill.
The okra is, Danny loves it. Well, both of us do.
You can't burn okra as far as I'm concerned. I think if you burn it, it would still be good.
He had it fried today. I mean, not fried.
Not fried, boiled.
Boiled, and we both had it yesterday. We've had boiled okra the last few days. Yeah,
I mean, because to me, I have a lot of, I have some gastrointestinal issues going on, and boiled okra is extremely good for the stomach, and it's good for blood sugar problems. I mean, there's just lots of areas there that okra is really, really good for. So we try to keep a lot of it going at all times.
Mike Miller, if you want some of them biscuits and syrup, you're gonna have to visit Deep South, and you just tell me ahead of time you're coming for biscuits and syrup, and we'll have it ready.
We had some the other night, and I'm gonna tell you what, it was good now.
Oh, and tell them what I made today.
What you made today? She made cane syrup cookies today. So you talk about good. Man, I'm going to tell you what. I could eat my body weight in them things just about, I believe.
Yeah.
We use cane syrup for lots of things. Now, there's been lots of questions asked about it, but we'll get to that in just a minute, unless y'all just go ahead and start asking them.
Now, okra is better steamed. I haven't thought about steaming it, so that might be something I have to do. It would be good with black-eyed peas and cornbread. Yes,
black-eyed peas, cornbread, and okra. You cannot beat that. Y'all, that is what's called soul food down south.
Today Danny went out and picked my butter beans, our container gardens that y'all saw that we put the watering system.
Oh, yeah, the irrigation system.
The irrigation system that's out here. I put butter beans, and I put maybe 12 or 15
About 12 or 15 plants
come up, and so Danny went out, and I've already eaten out of those butter beans 2 or 3 times, I don't know. And he came in today with a double handful of butter beans, so I shelled those right quick and cooked them and throwed the okra over in there, and that's what we had for lunch, along with, I don't remember, what did we have? Oh, some steaks. Some cube steaks. Yes, and that was awesome.
We was asked the question, do we pickle our okra? The okra that we did for the old Alabama gardener showed us how to do is actually a pickling process, and the way that the way that it turns out is really well.
All right, Candy Hill asked, is okra good for the gut if it's fried? Probably not.
No.
Anything fried probably is.
Because you lose that you lose that mucus type membrane inside the okra. It forms like a slick gel. That stuff coats your stomach and your intestines real good, so you actually it's a good gastrointestinal problem. No, I do not freeze my okra seed. You can if you want to. It's not going to hurt them. I don't do it until I get ready to plant them. Now, when I get ready to plant them, I'll put them in the freezer about a week before I plant them, and then I'll take them out, and when they are that cold and the soil is real warm, it makes them sprout just instantaneously almost.
All right, now Grandma's saying okra, corn, tomatoes with cornbread is the best winter supper.
Yes,
I agree.
I agree with you.
You mix okra, corn, and tomatoes together and throw in a touch of bacon grease, just saying.
Yeah.
That is awesome over some cornbread.
Yeah, Beth says she likes okra and gumbo. Now, there's lots of stories about okra and gumbo. Some people don't like it. I do like it.
I love it.
The okra helps to thicken the gumbo. A lot of people use sassafras leaves or what they call filet to thicken their okra with, but I like to use, to thicken their gumbo with. I like to use the okra myself.
All right, Terry says, just needed to take a second to tell you what a blessing all God's children is to my heart and to my family. I homeschooled 2 teen boys who are just as hungry for His word as I am. Thank you, Terry. Yes.
Thank you. We really appreciate that. We're going to be probably putting up another video this week. I know we haven't done anything live yet. It's just I just haven't had the time. I am running like a chicken with his head cut off 90% of the time.
And we haven't set up that channel to go live yet. We will get it this week, hopefully. B Lady wants to know, have you ever posted the famous gumbo recipe? No, but when we make it, we'll probably do a video.
We'll probably do a video on it when we make it. Okay. Jesse James says the difference between the South and the North, we eat hot dish.
What is hot dish?
I don't know what hot dish is, but
chili, I'm assuming, but I don't know.
I don't know. When I was in New York, their chili didn't compare to what ours was.
It was different.
It was definitely different. It was more like sweet and sour sauce up there.
Yes, I put the okra in soups. Almost any soup we make, I put some okra. And Rough Hewn says they just caught the colloidal silver video today. Yes, we did that quite a while back.
Yes, it's a good antibiotic to have.
Yes.
I like cornbread and sweet milk, Roy and Faye says.
And somebody else likes it with buttermilk.
With buttermilk, yeah. My daddy, I grew up watching my daddy sit down and eat cornbread and buttermilk every night.
And my daddy liked it too. He loved it.
It was one of the things that the old people did that nobody does anymore.
I've never developed a taste for buttermilk, so I don't know.
I'll drink my share of it.
Soak your okra seeds in buttermilk the day before planting. That would make sense. It would help sprout them.
Well, the enzymes
hot
help
dish
break
is
the
some
whole
type of a casserole. Oh, okay.
Okay. It's just like a casserole. Okay, gotcha. So y'all have to understand there's certain meals in certain parts of the country we don't actually know what they are.
And now Tall Oak is saying they dehydrated okra in little wheels, and the kids like it as a snack. Now I hadn't thought about dehydrating.
No, we haven't dehydrated.
So that's probably next on our list.
Yeah, next on our list, man. We'll be trying that.
I have the little round cheapy dehydrators until I can. I was looking at the Excaliburs this week, so Danny knows what's next on my list.
Yep.
I've been getting cast iron right now, so.
Yeah, we're in the cast iron phase right now, so we'll get.
So we've kind of been doing that.
How do I cure my sweet potatoes? All I do is I leave the sweet potatoes laying in the house here for usually about 2 to 3 weeks, and then we take them and put them in the cellar after that. Okay, let's see. Tall Oak Farms hen house. Where We are in Mobile. Okay, that's a question being asked.
Somebody else.
Love real buttermilk. Yes, now I will tell you, Beth has it right. Real buttermilk tastes completely different than what you got in the store. When I used to make a lot of cheese here, I always had the buttermilk left over from it. And when I made butter, well, away from the cheese, I'm sorry. When I made butter, we had the buttermilk left over from it, and it's completely different than what you get in the store.
Okay,
Yes.
I want to know, do we make crackling cornbread?
Yes. I've eaten my
Well,
share.
I've not made it. That was back before.
Yes, I have made crackling cornbread many times with homemade cracklings. I don't buy the store-bought cracklings because they seem to be hard, tough, and rubbery. My homemade ones are very crunchy.
The bee lady says, "Okay, you Southern folks, do you eat starch? We eat potatoes all the time."
We eat potatoes all the time.
And I do make spaghetti sometimes.
Yeah.
What else would be considered a starch?
Well, you got potatoes.
We eat French fries, and I don't fry anything. I
bake them.
My French fries. I bake my sweet potatoes fries. We really don't fry much of anything. I hardly ever fry.
We hardly ever fry anything.
Starches. I don't know. I guess we do, but it's not a lot of starches, really.
We don't do a lot. I mean, we eat some pastas every now and then.
But not very often.
Not very often.
Once a month, maybe.
Crackling cornbread is the best. Yes, I agree with you. You cannot beat good crackling cornbread.
Okay, so we're just
No, she says, I mean starch that you put out clothes, she said.
Okay. What now?
Okay, we misunderstood you.
Okay, it went like this.
Okay, we misunderstood you. Okay.
She meant starch.
Yeah, corn is a good starch.
And clothes?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't iron anything. We hang it. These are like starch.
These are like starch I got on here. She hung on a line today with all that wind. They're like cardboard.
You might think they're starch, but I don't iron if I can get out of it, y'all. I'm just one of those that hates ironing.
All right, Jesse, we'll see you later, my man.
Thank you for stopping
Thank
by.
you for
Because
coming
we're
on.
just now getting to our time, you guys. Greens are about the only
non-starch Southerners eat. That's probably correct.
Corn and other veggies are high in starch. So we eat corn.
Yeah, we eat corn. We eat grits, or polenta as it's called up north. I mean, we eat lots of stuff like that.
Homestead McGregor, you really didn't miss any. You missed the first 30 minutes because we came on 30 minutes early to fill some time. Big Bear took up the first 30 minutes, and we're taking up the last part. And now our time's just starting. Cardboard overalls, a bit scratchy, hey, Danny? Come on, I mean, eat starch from the box. I know you Southern folks. Not really.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Okay, let me see. Where was we at here? Okay, I never did finish my shout-outs.
Oh, yeah, you wanted to talk about shout-outs.
I want to talk about some shout-outs for just a moment here. On my porch time this week, I talked about being a good caregiver of the land. Well, there's a guy who came on a little after me, and his name is Okie Rob. If any of y'all ever subscribe to Okie Rob, I tell you, go over there, man. He's a great guy. I learned a lot from him also. He's one of my go-tos on things. Okie put up a lot of good information about what's going on with the land and some of the experiences he's had in his life about chemicals and not being a good steward of the land and some of the problems he's ran into. And he'll really open your eyes on some of the things that people are doing when they call themselves doing back to Eden gardening and stuff like that. It makes you really think about those kind of things. The only things that we don't have here that y'all have, Okie talks a lot about straw. People using straw in their gardens for mulching and stuff like that. We don't have straw down here. We have hay.
Mike Miller said he saw it.
Okie's got some good information on that, and if y'all haven't subscribed to him, run over there and subscribe to him. And
somebody asked a question just then, and I missed it. It went up, and I forgot. So y'all post questions again if you don't mind.
Yeah, because he talked to me about it before he actually done it, and I told him go for it because I thought it would be some more good information because I
Yeah,
I didn't cover a lot of things that I probably should have covered, but Okie, he picked the ball up and kept it rolling, and I really appreciate that about him.
Okay, now Wheatree says cornstarch is eaten by a lot of river folks along the Mississippi. Now, I use cornstarch in.
Yeah, we use cornstarch as a thickener.
Yes, we do use it for that, and I don't eat it out of the box, but
we use non-GMO cornstarch, though. We don't use GMO cornstarch.
You have to watch it.
And my other shout out for the night, as I've mentioned before, is Rich from Tennessee Homestead. I can't get enough of this guy because he does a lot of research on GMOs and about the chemicals that's being used also, and a little bit about the food system and where our country is going with the food system and what the government's doing with it. He's just really, is really good. Now, the bee lady, I'm not trying to correct what you're saying there about straw is hay without the seeds. Straw and hay are completely two different things. Straw comes from wheat and oats. Hay comes from cut grass. We use cut grass down here. Up north where they harvest a lot of wheat and they harvest a lot of oats and stuff like that, they have straw. Down here we don't have that. All we have is things like, no, we don't even have ryegrass except for the winter time. We have bahia grass and crabgrass and let's see, there's more of them I know, but those are the two that come to mind. And we don't put that in our garden because when you do, it's loaded with seeds, and all you do is get your garden full of seeds. So.
All right, there, Rain Country saying tapioca starch or arrowroot also work as a cornstarch in the replacement if you cannot find non-GMO.
Yes, we use non-GMO arrowroot is what we actually use.
Yes.
Let's see.
Some of them are using potato starch.
Yep.
Yes.
You can use potato starch. Just be careful with your potatoes now because we have a new strain of potatoes out that is GMO now. So just make sure that when you get your potato starch that it comes from non-GMO potatoes.
Yeah. It says we're cutting out really bad. It could be the internet. We're still having issues.
That's another reason we haven't went live this week. We're constantly having problems with the internet. We've had the phone companies out all week trying to trying to get it fixed. We're just not having any luck.
Yeah, we're on the list to get. I can't think the
fiber
optics. Yeah. The words are going out of my mind. I'm tired tonight, but we should be having it hopefully before Christmas. But we're just having to deal with bad internet till then.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people saying there's no problems. It could just be someone else. You may have to refresh or something like that if you're having problems.
Yes.
But I want to mention to y'all, been asked a lot of questions this week about Rick from Two Country. We talked to one of his workers this past week, and he told us that Rick is still in the hospital. There's an 80% chance that he'll never come home. He's had a brain aneurysm, and they're saying that there's a real good possibility that Rick will never come home. So y'all just keep him in your prayers. He's in a hospital in Birmingham. I'm not really going to say which one right now, but and I don't know any more than that about him. I wanted to mention that because a lot of people have been asking questions. When do you replant your sugarcane? We'll be doing that this week. There's a lot of secrets to sugarcane, and one of them is getting it in the ground in the early fall so it has plenty of time over winter to start putting on roots. It gives it a good start for next year. Okay.
And for any of you on Two Country, if y'all would, it's TOO 2 Country. Go over to his site. I mean, he may never see it, but the family and friends will. Yeah. And just tell him that y'all are praying for him. And that way, even if he does get out and he comes home, he will see it. But at least let the family know that you are praying for him.
Yeah, Rick was a really good guy. He was going around the country helping homesteaders out, just getting them stuff to help them get started with their homes, and veterans and stuff like that. He really was a great guy. I know a lot about him, and I don't know if I should mention it or not, so I may not at this time, but Rick is by himself because I will say this, his wife and kids have passed on, and he's by himself. So he really needs some prayers. He's a good Christian man. He's was out to do a real good work for the Lord and helping people when this happened to him.
And Danny did talk to his brother last week, I believe.
Yeah, I talked to his brother last week.
So y'all just keep him in prayers. And I have one other prayer request. I know we're not there yet, but I want to mention it now because we have Jackie, and I'm not going to say her last name, but Jackie, her daughter Katie has been in and out of the hospital a lot. And she just wanted us to keep Katie in her prayers too. So when we get to that point, if I forget to get back to it while he's doing prayers right now, I want you guys to remember Katie too.
Yes, we try to keep these people in our prayers on a daily basis here at Deep South Homestead. We've been asked, one of our moderators, if you could put up a link to our Bible channel called All God's Children.
And see if you can find 2 Country too.
Yeah, see if you can find 2 Country, because some people's asking about that.
But I will try to put links in afterward if I can, and so y'all can go to 2 Country and to All God's Children.
Yes, and I'm going to let you talk about the carousel package a minute.
Oh, okay. The carousel package, Palmetto Paratrooper was just at Big Bear's.
Yes.
If any of y'all were watching, and I know several of you watched Big Bear, Palmetto Paratrooper lives in South Carolina, so because of the hurricane, he went over to Big Bear's. That has nothing to do with carousel package, by the way. But just building up, you got to see who Palmetto Paratrooper. I told him he needs to change his name. He sent us a package. He put 10 items in it, sent it to us. I think we took out 4 or 5, I can't remember. And we replaced the items, and we didn't show what was in there still, and we didn't show what we put in. We sent it off to Appalachia's Homestead. She took out some items and replaced it with some items. She sent it to Fouch-O-Matic.
Yep.
Fouch-O-Matic took out some items. She replaced items. This past week, Fuel Family, F-E-W-E-L-L, Fuel Family Homestead, I think, or Fuel Homestead. I mean, maybe it doesn't have the word family. Fuel Homestead. Amy got it. She took out some things, and she has sent it to our shout-out from last week, Pratt Family.
The Pratt Family, yes.
So go to Pratt Family Homestead. Sometime this week, I hope, they will have the carousel package, and you guys will get to see what they have.
Hey, Jason, good to have you on, man. What is the difference between cane syrup and molasses? I can't remember. Okay. Actually, molasses comes in 3 stages. You have stage number 1, which is actually cane syrup. Cane syrup is also called molasses in phase 1. Phase 2, you take the cane syrup and you cool it down to 50 degrees or a little cooler. You put it back in a pot, you reboil it again and bring it back up. It makes it darker, it makes it thicker, and it takes more of the sugar out of it. That's called phase 2 of molasses. You let that cool to 50 degrees or cooler, then you put it back in the pot, you boil it one more time, bring it up to a boil, and that time what you're doing is you're taking more of the sugar out of it every time you boil it. That time it's almost, I'm not going to say it's sugar free, but it's real close to it, and that's what's called blackstrap molasses.
And that has the
most minerals and nutrition in it.
For medicinal purposes, if you can find blackstrap molasses, that's a go-to that most all of you should have on your homestead. Look up the benefits of blackstrap molasses. Buy you a jug. It'll last forever. It doesn't taste very well. It doesn't taste like syrup exactly. It does, but it don't. It's real strong, extremely strong.
Yeah,
How are the pigs doing?
How are the pigs doing? When do you think we'll be butchering them, or will you have it done? The pigs are doing great.
I was playing with him this morning. He was trying to dig those holes in the corral, and I was trying to keep them from coming in the corral. And I would try to pet them, and they'll get right up to me within, say, 2 or 3 inches. And when you go to touch them, they jump and run like scalded rats.
Yeah, except for me. With me, they crawl all over me, but with her, they didn't quite recognize who she is. Um, okay, there's a lot of questions went by. Somebody said, don't you mean boiling the water out of it? No, actually, the more you cook it, when you re-boil it like that, it actually takes a lot of the sugar out of it. It still takes more of the moisture out, but it also does away with some of the sugar. And everybody's talking about how they love blackstrap molasses because they use it in cookies and stuff like that. Will sorghum or sugarcane grow up here in Alberta? Can it survive the ground freezing?
Sugarcane probably.
Sorghum would come closer to making it. Sugarcane will not. Sorghum might be able to stand it. I'm not 100% sure on that.
They're saying blackstrap makes good ginger snap.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
I don't drink milk either, Sharon, so let me just wait and tell you that. I don't like milk. I used to drink my goat's milk, but that was the only thing.
Okay, I don't know if they found
Rick, they may have pulled Rick's. I hadn't went back and looked. They could have pulled Rick's website down. I mean, his YouTube down.
They could have in the last couple of days. I checked it the first of the week, but I haven't in 2 or 3 days since Danny's talked to him. I haven't checked.
Yeah, grits and gravy. Boy, that sounds good. I'm gonna be hungry here in a minute, y'all. Y'all might as well know that. We're talking about all this good food. Could I explain how to make sugar? Sugar is a process that is made by cold air blowing through the syrup as it falls through the air. That's why when you're making cane syrup on a cold day, you do not hold the skimming thing up in the air and let the syrup fall from it, the juice fall from it to the pan in real cold weather, because if you do, what you're doing is dropping sugar crystals because it crystallizes as it falls through the air and falls back into the pan. If you do not put lemon juice in with your cane syrup, the cane syrup will turn to sugar if you do too much of that. Now, technically speaking, if you just keep cooking it, it'll turn to sugar. I mean, actually, just brown sugar is what you end up with.
Yeah.
Suburban says, I miss homemade molasses and biscuits. Well, we have too, and that's why we're making it this year.
Yes. I had a friend that gave me, they gave me 2 jars about 2 years ago. They came and visited.
Yeah.
And they have a family get together every year for several days. They make syrup in large quantities, like gallons and gallons. I don't know how many.
Probably 50 to 100 gallons at a time. A day.
And they sell it. And so she brought me two quarts, I think. And we ate on that all year. We just real thin, we tried to save it for the longest. So now we have some of our own, and I know this won't last long, but when he replants this week, whatever's left, we may have to just juice some more.
Well, we might. Okay, what breed of chickens would you recommend for egg production as well as meat production? As far as eggs and meat, the white leghorns are probably going to be one of your better breeds because they seem to hold up good. And there's a number of other ones. You can do the Buff Orpingtons. They're real good. They get big. That's about the only 2 that I'm going to really recommend that I like. Let me put it that way.
Yeah. And somebody asked, do we have citrus trees? We have a lemon. We have a satsuma.
Orange, a Louisiana orange.
The oranges are turning, y'all. Miss Kiku just had a fit over our oranges today. There's probably about 30 or 40 oranges on a tree that's maybe 3.5, 4 foot tall.
Yeah.
And they're starting to turn. They're getting that yellowish tint. What else we have? We have any more?
Not citrus is ready. We don't.
I mean that's the only citrus
plants we have right now. Our big ones died.
Yeah.
Okay, James Humrick says, how is the deer hunting going? Well, it hasn't actually started here yet. It doesn't start till the 14th.
But she's been in every day.
We've got probably 400 pictures of deer in the field, so yeah, they're still coming in. Okay, we still got new people coming in. I'm noticing, and that's interesting. I love to see that.
Dreaming Gardens in Holland. That's awesome. We'll have to check them out. Yeah. What is the new site for West Ladies? Love them too. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure about that.
I don't know who West Ladies is.
That's a new one to us too.
Not heard that.
One on in, it says, hey from Holland.
Okay, I didn't know.
Red sex links. We have red sex links here.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing about a red sex link on a homestead is if you keep the eggs from them, they're a hybrid,
Yeah.
and they will not go back to a true chicken anymore. They'll either go to a Rhode Island Red or one of the other breeds that they're bred with. How long will black strap molasses keep? It'll keep for years. Let me put it that way.
Deep South, do you get freezes in the winter?
Yes.
Usually. Now, last year
we didn't get any bad freezes. We got in the 20s a few times, but
very seldom.
Very seldom.
But usually we get, several freezes.
Yeah, usually. I mean, there was a period we went through 30 days that never got above freezing here. So, I mean, it does happen.
All right. Do you ever finish sharing with the Lord?
No, I have not ever finished showing what the Lord has showed me about what is ahead. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do that because it's maybe a little controversial. So I'm trying to work that out right now. Okay, do we raise turkeys? No, we do not have turkeys on our homestead.
Do we make tomato gravy?
Yes. Or how do you make tomato gravy?
How? Okay, there's two ways. My daddy, bless his heart, years ago, he told my mom he wanted some tomato gravy. So my mom made some tomato gravy, and he says, what is that? And she said, that's tomato gravy. And he said, no, that's not. So one of them was used to tomato gravy made with a roux. You put your
flour and grease.
The grease and the flour in there, brown it, and then add the tomatoes, salt and pepper, whatever. And the other one, I guess my mom was used to. She stewed down, no, mom was used to that type of tomato gravy. My dad was used to, his mom did tomato gravy. She stewed down tomatoes with onions in them, and you put it over peas and beans. That's what he was calling tomato gravy. He had never had it with the gravy, the roux. And so my mom had to learn how to make a roux, or he had to learn to eat it with the roux, put it that way. I'll get them right in a minute. But you do make a roux and then add your tomatoes and.
Yeah, there's two different ways you can make it. Either way.
Peanut butter gravy, never
I'm
heard
with you,
of that.
Moon Ridge. All this talk about food has done made me hungry. I'm sitting here, I'm hungry right now, so I'm going to have to have a glass of my stump water here.
Okay, so now, videos, cast iron.
Yeah, we got to talk about our videos here. We can't let tonight get away without talking about that. Seasoning cast iron.
Y'all got any questions on the cast iron?
We hope y'all enjoyed that video about us seasoning our new cast iron. Before I get into that, this question's come up twice. Maine Homestead said, have I tried to grow coffee or tea? No, I have not tried to grow either one of them here.
Now, I grow quite a few herbs that we use as tea, or I do. He doesn't drink it, but it can be used as tea. So we've not got into the actual, what most people call tea or coffee.
Okay, cast iron. We seasoned our new waffle iron. Wanda bought her a new waffle iron, and I seasoned it for her. And bought the wrong waffle iron. Thanks to you. Okay, cool, Beth. And it works for us. I mean, it worked really good. You can, seasoning cast iron. You can use several different things. You can use regular lard. You can use Crisco. You can use, what's the seed that we...
All right, Beth Mitchell says she can't seem to get her cast iron to where it doesn't stick. Did you use lard or Crisco?
If you use olive oil or if you use anything to spray on or anything like that, it will stick.
Yeah.
You've got to season it that first time with lard or Crisco. That's the only two things I've ever found. That really does a good job. Now, there is one other thing, and it's just not coming to my mind right now.
And Mike Miller's wanting waffles now, I'm assuming, too. So when Mike comes down here to Deep South, he gets biscuits and cane syrup and waffles.
And waffles, yes. And I'm going to tell you what, this thing works great. We even did it on top of a glass stove in here just to try it. And on top of a glass cooktop, it actually used flaxseed oil. That's it. That's the other one. Thank you. Maine Homestead said flax oil. Flax oil actually puts a harder coat on it than the rest of them do.
I just lost it. It just went by.
No spray cast iron, oil for cast iron. The contents will cause. Yes, that's actually correct. Yeah. Okay.
Uh, Peanut oil, they said, left an awful sticky residue.
Yes, it will. Yes.
Any of your oils will,
Any
just
of your
about,
oil.
except for flaxseed. Now, flaxseed, they say
Flaxseed is actually
the
the best to use. It'll actually leave a coat on there so hard you can actually run it through a dishwasher if you want to.
Now, coconut oil make it sticky.
Yes, coconut oil will make it sticky. Have I ever made apple butter? Is apple butter seasoned up north here? Is apple butter seasoned up north here?
No, I would love to. We just did not do that this time. We didn't have that many apples.
We didn't have enough apples this year to do that, so we wasn't able to.
Yes, the more you use cast iron, the better it gets.
Yeah.
So if you you get it really good and seasoned, you have to keep using the Crisco each time. I did when we made it. I rubbed it down with Crisco again before we did the waffles, and then in between the waffles, he didn't really show that in the video, but I put a little bit of Crisco on it just to make sure, because I hate cleaning.
Yeah.
Y'all know I hate cleaning anything stuck on.
Now I do cook in coconut oil in my cast iron skillets, but when it comes to seasoning, I only season it with lard or with the flax or whatever. I don't season anything with coconut oil, but once it's seasoned, I cook everything in coconut oil then.
Yes, because we have my iron skillet for eggs.
Yeah.
It's seasoned real well, and I don't let him touch it as far as cooking anything else. He can only cook eggs.
The way I know a skillet is properly seasoned is I will put a little bit of coconut oil in it. I will crack an egg into that skillet, and if I can't take that skillet and hold it in my hand and run that egg run around in the bottom of that skillet, it is not seasoned properly for me. That's the way I look at it.
What's your favorite dish that your wife makes?
Oh my gosh, I love everything she makes.
That's the best answer.
I do. I like everything she makes. I don't know if there is a best. If I guess it would be the Dorito casserole.
Yes, now he loves Dorito casserole, but
we don't use Doritos in it. We use organic chips, but we call it Dorito casserole.
Yeah, I change everything in the Dorito casserole just so it's not full of chemicals. I use organic chips. We have our own tomatoes, and I use our own jalapeno peppers to make our Rotel. Words like that's going out of my mind. Rotel, I make my own Rotel. I make my own cream of, instead of using a can of cream of chicken or mushroom or whatever, I make my own cream of for it. And the only thing we really add off is the chips, the ground meat, taco seasoning, and I make sure there's no GMO tacos.
Plus it has to be gluten-free taco seasoning.
And then we add some cheese. That's like his favorite meal.
That's one of my favorite meals. Yes. Okay. There's been several questions got by me there.
I'll just add those.
Repost the questions. We'll get back to them.
Hey Hope's Homestead. We enjoyed you guys the other night.
Yes.
How do you make a cream of? Well, it's kind of like you're making a roux. You put if you want a thick cream of, you use three tablespoons of butter. Melt it. Add three tablespoons of flour, and get it. I have a little mini whisk. You see me use the mini whisk. Echo. I'm not sure why they're echoing, but
I don't know why they're echoes.
Somebody's hearing an echo.
Echo is funny.
Anyway, use the mini whisk and you mix it up, and you don't brown it. You just mix it up really good, and then you start adding your milk a little at a time, and you get it to the. I think it's a cup of milk to add to it. It makes your cream of, and then you can add chicken broth instead of milk. Rather have chicken flavor. You can add some broccoli that you pureed into it. If you want a cream of broccoli. If you want cream of onion, you can puree some onion.
Everybody echo bad. I don't know what happened.
We go to echo.
Everything is turned off. and refreshing doesn't help.
Okay, we have not touched any.
We haven't seen anything. Let us check our mics right quick and see if there's.
I'm turning the mics.
We're gonna turn them down just a little bit. Let us know. Did it help? We just turn the mics down some. Make sure the computer mic.
It's off. It's off.
It's on zero. It's on zero.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that helping?
Getting triple voices. Didn't happen. Echo.
We have no idea unless it's YouTube.
Everything is double. Did you pull a chat page up? No, we have not.
No, we hadn't touched anything in a while.
We're about 15 seconds different from y'all, so we're just trying to wait to see that it. We're saying everything twice.
Wow. Twilight Zone. Talk slower and it might help.
All right, y'all. We'll talk a little slower.
I thought we talked slow already.
Oh, takes me back to my younger days. Okay.
I don't know what to do with it because we haven't touched
anything on here. Let's see. What else?
Turn mic off for a minute. We'll try that.
Yeah. Let's kill the mic for a second.
Y'all just chat. All right. Let's see.
Okay, we're off there.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
All right, bear with me. Tell us. Somebody says I'm getting dizzy. Okay, tell us if it's changed or not.
All right, they're saying now it had to be YouTube.
It had to be something with the computer system here. We're not sure. Okay, it's gone.
All right. Is
it echoing again?
No, it's back.
Back.
Okay. You were fine when you said you were off. Okay,
let's go off. Hang on here just a minute. Okay, hold on. Don't do the other one. Can you still hear us now? Let us know. What about now? Somebody said we've been hacked, and that's
possibly, yeah. It's only when chatting. Okay, do you have a window open on
your live stream? Yes.
We're open in this window so we can see this, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Do we have an echo now? Better. It's good. Okay, we turn our mic off.
We turn one mic off.
Okay.
We hear, but there's echo delay. Better. Some are saying better, some are saying sound back. Okay.
That's good. No more echo. Okay, we're gonna go on with it. Okay, we fixed it. Okay, maybe we got a bad microphone. Maybe that's it.
I don't know. We'll see. If it starts again, let us know and we'll try with the other one.
Some better. We may have to turn the other one off. Okay.
Does anybody have any more on the
cast iron?
Yeah.
Any more questions about the cast iron? We'll try to do it.
Some are still having echoes and some are saying it's good. Okay. Anybody have questions on the caregiver of the land?
Yes. The next video up was the caregiver. What state are we from? We're from Mississippi. Okay, if you're talking to us, Larry.
Yeah. Can't you tell from the accent?
YouTube runs ad restart pages. That was so much fun.
They run ads and restart pages, so that's a possibility.
How do you re-season? Okay. When I re-season something, I take and I build me a fire, and once I get the fire going good, I get a good bed of coals. I throw the skillet or whatever it is over in the coals.
And it's not the grill. I'm talking about
an actual fire.
Yes, like with wood.
and then I'll
Hey,
burn it off
Grandpa.
that way.
I see Grandpa made it.
Oh, okay, cool. Good to see Grandpa.
Yeah, he burns it off in an actual fire.
Yeah, an actual fire. Once I get a good bed of coals, I throw the cast iron over in there, and I let it cool. I just drag it out and let it cool on its own. I don't try to cool it down quick. I let it cool down slow. Then I'll take and wash it and clean it, and I'll put it in the oven and heat it for about 30 minutes to make sure I've got any water that might be on it out of it. So, and then I re-season it just like I did the waffle iron.
Yeah, and we have a couple of pieces he's going to do, so we'll do a video on re-seasoning shortly.
Yeah, we'll be doing one before long because we got some that needs to be done.
All right, how do you bring back a badly weathered cast iron? If you're talking rust.
If you're talking about rusting, when I take a wire brush on the end of my drill and or either on a hand grinder and I'll grind that thing down as much as I can, then I'll put it in the fire and re-burn it just like I told you, and take it out, let it cool on its own slow, and then wash it and clean it up and start all over with it. Now they do make a product out there that you can actually dip it down in and it supposedly takes all the rust off of it. I've never used that.
Yeah. Okay, somebody said they love the porch time, but I don't see any questions on
Well, there was
porch
one
time.
that went by, but
Okay, if you have questions, ask again.
yeah, being a caregiver of the land, if you have any questions or anything about that, it's just I put this video up because I'm really concerned about the direction that our country's going in as far as destroying our soil. I hate it. I just hate the way we're going. Our future generations are in trouble.
Okay, now does bread bake good in cast iron? Yes.
Yes, it does
I just
better.
bought 2 of the cast iron bread pans, and they did awesome. I love my cast iron bread pans, y'all. And do I make cornbread in cast iron? Yes, I have the little, what is that, 6, 8 inch?
Yeah.
Say I've got a skillet that's about 6 or 8 inches.
Yeah.
I make cornbread a pone in it, what we call a pone. Then I have the one that's got the 8 triangles, and I make cornbread in it. So we have cast iron all over the place, lots and lots of different kinds.
Yes, the breast, reburn that cast iron off. If you got it and it's sticky, just do the same process again. Reburn it and re-season it again, except this time use some lard or either Crisco or something on it. Because evidently you use something that would make it.
All right, now have you ever made a moonshine still for medicinal purposes only?
No.
No, but I have the colloidal silver. It's not moonshine, it's just silver water. That's mainly what we use it for.
Okay.
These are passing so fast right now.
They're zooming through here so fast.
You have to repost. What 3 things, in your opinion, will keep a homesteader soil yield the best each growing season? What 3 things?
What 3 things, in your opinion, will keep homestead soil yield the best for each growing season? First of all, for you to be able to grow anything, you're going to have the pH right. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you have your soil limed right. And you can use wood ashes if you don't have access to lime. You can use wood ashes. Just be extremely careful because wood ashes will alkalinize the soil really fast. And my second thing would be to make sure that you have your carbons and nitrogens in the soil in an even balance, because if either one of them is out of balance, it will actually throw your soil into a tailspin. So that would be my 3 things.
All right, I have asked if y'all make your homemade corn, I don't know, refried beans. I canned brisket with jalapenos and pinto and salt. Made 10 minutes, delicious canned supper. Okay. No, I don't do a whole lot of canning of prepared meals. Most of my canning is things that I would have to make a meal. We're fixing to get into some of that, doing some of that before long. We're waiting for it to get cooler if it happens. Does the temperature get below freezing here?
Yes.
Yes, at times.
At times it does. Not on a regular basis, but it does. And what winter crops do we plant? I plant ryegrass. I plant turnip greens.
And we had those last night.
We actually ate turnip greens last night.
Out of the deer plot by now. The deer didn't get them.
We plant kale. We plant, what are some of the other things we plant? We plant tender greens, broccoli,
lettuce.
He's asking for what? Okay, yeah, okay. That's
broccoli and lettuce and cabbage. Carrots, cabbage, collards. Anything that'll grow. Do we eat meat? Yes, we eat meat every day. Danny has to have some type of meat.
I have to have a protein every day of my life. So, I mean, actually I have to have it several times a day.
All right, now Terry was saying Mexican food pronounced carne asada. No, I've never eaten that, I don't guess.
Did you say corn pone?
Don't hear that anymore.
Yeah, that is what we said. We call it a pone of cornbread. That's just what we grew up calling it.
Is it true greens like collards use a lot of nutrients? And do you change where you plant the crops?
We change where we plant all of our crops every year. So I mean, yes, we do that. And greens and collards use a lot of nitrogen out of the soil. So when you plant those, you have to make sure you put a lot of nitrogen into the soil.
All right, now they want to know tender greens. He calls them tender greens.
Tender greens are actually a mustard. They're a slick leaf mustard green. Now mustard comes in slick leaf and curly leaf. We grow the slick leaf because we have a sandy soil here, and with as much sand as we have, you can't wash the grit out of a curly leaf one. I don't care how many times you wash it.
And how do you put up our okra? Well, I just take it, slice the top end off, or he calls it the bottom, but where it grows to the plant, I slice that off. And if we're going to use it for boiling, that's all I do. I freeze it. I don't wash it or anything because washing it makes it all stick together.
Yeah.
I just simply slice the top off or kind of cut the rim like off where it's not has that sticky. And if I'm going to slice it, I slice it in pieces and I fry it. I mean, for frying, I put it in the bag. I do not wash it.
We don't pre-bread it ahead of time.
I don't pre-bread it because I like to use it for soup, so I don't want my cornmeal on it.
Yes, James, it is called a pone of cornbread.
Yes.
Mexican food here in Cali is great and popular. We love Mexican food. We'd eat Mexican food every day of our life.
That reminds me, you owe me Mexican. I was doing a juice fast during my birthday, and I didn't get my Mexican supper, so you owe me Mexican.
Okay, well, we'll do Mexican. So Robin Hillbilly says, first molasses and biscuits, then eggs, then greens and cornbread. Yummy. Look, that's life at Deep South Homestead. That's how we eat all the time.
We eat all the time.
Oh, Tall Oak says I'm going to gain 10 pounds just listening to you.
That's bad.
But the way we planted our fall greens, if y'all noticed on our fall green video, we use a garden rake. Once we sprinkle the seeds on top of the ground, we take that garden rake and tamp it backwards. And if you notice in the video, it leaves a lot of little grooves in the soil. And then when we take a regular yard rake and rake over it, it just rakes the dirt in it. And we have almost a 100% success rate every time doing that. Like the seeds make good soil contact.
Now, Tawana wants to know, do we have ant problems with okra?
Yes. Yes, when we try to leave our okra to go to seed, when that pod gets really big and heavy, the ants just automatically go to it. We're constantly fighting that.
Now, Donald says he's already gained 5 pounds. Big Bear and Wayne's Homestead are doing a weight loss thing. You might want to go over and ask them how to lose that 5 pounds.
Suburban Hillbilly says, do not talk about sweet potatoes because it will put me over the edge.
That was like the next thing we were coming
Actually, that is the next video is a sweet potato video. I'm sorry if you fall over the edge, you know. We had to take a break and go eat or something. I don't know, but
Larry is saying he lives up north and has never heard of a lot of the foods we're talking about. Wow. We take it for granted that everybody knows because everybody down south knows what we're talking about.
Okay. Tall Oak says, will diatomaceous earth help with the ants? No, it will not help against fire ants. These things are impenetrable. We've tried everything. The only thing in the world we found that would kill fire ants is gasoline.
And we don't want to pour that.
We don't want to pour gasoline all over our land, but
if we wanted to invade a country, drop fire ants on them, they can't get rid of them.
That would be the worst thing you could do if you want to take a country over, is go in and just drop fire ants in that country.
Yeah, baked with butter and a touch of cinnamon. I'm not sure what they're
Jana, do you know where the small town of
sweet
State
potatoes.
Line, Mississippi? I have been to State Line, Mississippi many times. I know exactly where it's at.
Yeah. So now on the sweet potatoes, he's done told you how he cures them. He leaves them in there. So
yeah, we let them sit for about 2 to 3 weeks at room temperature, out of the sun. A lot of people leave them in the sun. I don't leave mine in the sun. I actually bring mine in the house in a controlled environment to let them cure before I take them to the cellar, because the cellar is pretty humid, and I like to dry them in a non-humid environment.
we have lots of rats in that common area. Yes, rats are.
Yeah, rats are very common in the wet places around here. Or we call them field rats and mice. Fire ants, do you just burn them or just gasoline? You can take a piece of pipe and drive a hole in the middle of a fire ant bed, pour gasoline down in it, and kick the dirt back over the hole, and you'll kill the whole bed.
Now, we've tried the borax and sugar. It doesn't not work on fire ants.
It will work on sugar ants and black ants, but it will not work on fire ants.
I've tried anything that you can try, and I'm telling you, it's just tough to kill a fire ant. Unless you mash it, and you got to mash hard. I think they've got a body of steel or something. Have we ever made lace cornbread? I'm not sure what lace cornbread is.
Tell me what you're calling lace cornbread, and I can tell you if we've ever made it or not. We may call it something else.
Do I make a sweet potato casserole with the marshmallows on top? I make a sweet potato casserole, but I don't do the marshmallows. Ours has pecans. We do a pecan topping, and we made that, and it's really good.
Okay, Roy and Faye said they live right across the state line in Alabama from State Line, Mississippi. Wow, you're not that far away then. You're just on the other side of Leakesville.
And they could come visit.
We're about 15 minutes from Hurley.
Yeah, that's Tall Oak. Yeah.
Oh, Tall Oak says they're about 15 minutes from Hurley. Wow,
that's
you're not
closer.
Are you at Wade or are you in Alabama actually?
Okay, we've tried the grits.
We tried the grits for ants. That didn't work.
Anything special you do with okra to save the seeds?
No, we let it dry on the plant, or when it starts drying and the edges start to open up on it and starts turning a little bit brown, I cut it off and bring it in the house and let it dry in here. And when it's completely dry, I just pull it out.
Okay, do you cure your sugar cane before replanting?
No. As a matter of fact,
sugar ants for the most part.
Well, we do have sugar ants. They're just not a problem. They're here, but they're not bad. We call them stomp ants. Because a lot of people call them, we use this word and don't worry about it. It's okay. Here we call them piss ants. And that because if you mash one of them between your fingers, it smells just like human urine. So that's what they're called here.
Yeah, and now they say grits and gravy or grits. I know the first part is grits. So they use wet grits, and it helps with fire ants. Now I've never tried to wet them, so I might try that and see how it does.
I have heard of using the pour to melted aluminum in it. It makes a good sculpture when you dig it up. I have heard of that.
Coon Mountain says we're about 2.5 hours away from them. I guess they're talking to us. Yes.
I like my. That's funny you mentioned that about the cornbread being thin and crispy. That is the way I like my cornbread. I like my cornbread cooked thin, and I like it crisp. I don't like the big old thick cornbread.
Now Tina Pittman, the one that brought me the moringa and the bananas, mentioned her grandmother made sweet potato pone. Now that you mention that, I remember that. I'm not sure exactly how you make it, but I make something similar. It's kind of like a sweet potato bread or a sweet potato pie without a crust. It's similar to sweet potato pone. I just don't remember how my granny made it. So if you have a recipe, send it to me, please.
Yes.
And we're going to dehydrate some more sweet potatoes. I dehydrated some. We're going to do a video on that because I've got something special coming up in the video with the dehydrated sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
But we're going to dehydrate some because you can eat those like potato chips. They're good.
They are really, really good.
So we're going to be doing some more of that, and we're going to be canning sweet potatoes.
Yes, we're going to can some sweet potatoes.
We haven't done that yet. So we've got several things coming up more with the sweet potatoes. You know, y'all going to get tired of sweet potatoes before it's over because that's like all we're doing. All right. Now, we don't have much time. Is there anything on the cane syrup that we haven't answered already?
Yeah.
And the new sign. So kind of throw that.
Another thing we want to mention to y'all is you might want to start here in the next few minutes. If you have any prayer requests, go ahead and throw them up so that people can be seeing them throughout, so that maybe people who want to write them down can write them down. Because once YouTube goes off, we lose all of our content. We don't see anything anymore. Okay. We got people that want to definitely see that when we dehydrate our sweet potatoes.
Yeah, they're very. I've got the little hand. You got it from not Pampered Chef.
No.
Pampered Chef comes to mind.
Yeah, I know it.
It's the pots that.
I hate that. I can't remember it.
Y'all, we have brain fog tonight. Nothing comes to mind.
Big time.
But anyway, the stainless steel pots and pans that people bought many years ago, they paid them out monthly or whatever. The hand grinder that you get with it, a slicer.
Yeah.
And we use it all the time. And I slice my sweet
Salad
potatoes. Salad Master, yeah. I slice the sweet potatoes really, really thin, like potato chip thin, and they are awesome.
They're awesome like that.
Okay.
Love the new location sign. Yes, we worked on that all week, and we finally got that put up. We was mainly waiting on the phone company to come out and mark the lines because it's a law here. You can't dig outside your fence line. Even though it's my property, I still could not dig beside the road until I actually had them come out and run a test to make sure that there is, with no phone lines in the area. So y'all keep an eye out and watch the comments coming through because a lot of people are starting to put up their prayer requests. We want to make sure we get them in tonight.
And we're seeing lots of people that have been diagnosed with cancer, so y'all remember them. We'd like for you to remember Mr. Charles, old Alabama gardener, and his wife in your prayer request too.
Yeah, we want to ask y'all to remember them. They have some issues. I'm not going to mention what they are, but they mention them to us, and we will be praying for them. And keep the old Alabama gardener in your prayers because they have a lot of things that they need prayer with too.
Yeah, we're starting to echo again. Refresh is all I can tell you right now. We'll have to see if there's something going on. They want to know if boric acid will work on trolls.
Well, that's why we have moderators, hopefully. But we're talking everything I'm looking at here. There's lots of cancer. My other wife passed away with cancer, so I understand cancer a lot. I've noticed since our food system has begun to change in this country in the early 1990s when they began to change our food system. There has been more and more cancer popping up everywhere. And people, I'm just being 100% honest with y'all. It is because of the food system. It's because of body care products. Underarm deodorants are loaded with things like aluminum and stuff like that. That's where a lot of your breast cancers are coming from. Using a microwave oven, especially if you use plastic in a microwave oven, it puts dioxin in your food. Dioxin is one of the leading causes of breast cancer because that's what my wife had at the time. All of the Roundup or glyphosate is being sprayed on everything to kill it before it's harvested, especially things like sugarcane, wheat, potatoes, and stuff like that. We're ending up with Roundup and everything. So this is why cancer is becoming so rampant today. And that's one, like Rain says. I agree with you, Rain, 100%. That is why Wanda and I try to do as much stuff as we can on our own here. It's just simply because of the food system.
And there are lots of good videos out there. Rain Country is one of them. If you guys don't know, go to Rain Country. I've done a shout out to her before, but she has a lot of good healthcare products and things like that she does from scratch. And she shows you how to make it out of all kinds of things that you can usually have growing on your homestead.
Well, that's one of the reasons why we've done as many YouTube channels as we do. Yes, Suburban Hillbilly, aluminum gets locked up in the kidneys and the brain, and once it passes that blood barrier brain in the brain, you can't get it out. So it is where Alzheimer's comes from. You know, we're just praying that we can get enough stuff out to y'all fast enough that y'all can try to grow some things on your own, so that you can maybe get away from having to go to the store and buy as much stuff as you do. Somebody, Vern, is wanting to know, will I do a video on how I put up garden tools prior to winter? Vern, the bottom line is I use my garden tools all winter. There's very few of them I have to put up.
And he's organizing the shop. So
yeah, I'm redoing my shop on the inside.
It's looking nice if he ever gets it done. And so he and all of his implements, I guess you would say, for the tractor stay out. He doesn't have a shed or a barn, open barn to put them under. So out in an area out here, we've got all his implements sitting around, and he has 15 or 20. We're going to do a video sometime on the implements.
Yeah, a lot of people say cornstarch for underarms. I use baking soda myself. You can actually use pink salt. I know some people who use pink salt. There's lots of different things that you can use for underarm deodorant. And get away from this store-bought underarm deodorant that's loaded with all these chemicals, because underneath your underarms is where a lot of your glands are at that actually protect your body from chemicals. And when you clog these glands up, you're just asking for trouble.
Beth Mitchell wants to know, do we go to the store much? No, we don't. We usually go once a month. We buy a few groceries. We went the other day, and most of what we buy would be your flour and sugar and oils.
And most of that is non-GMO stuff and gluten-free stuff, and we pay through the nose for everything.
To try and, I mean, it's so outrageous. And we came out with just a few bags the other day, and we just, I mean,
I could have toted it all out by myself, and it was $250.
And we were thinking, when I was younger, I could go to the grocery store and spend $100, and I couldn't pack my car full. I mean, I couldn't get it. I had to make it fit in there. I mean, groceries are outrageous.
The good groceries are outrageous.
Anything that's good for you.
That's why we try to raise as much stuff on our farm as we can here. And I agree with JM. I'd rather stink than use aluminum under my arms. I would. I mean, I'll just be honest with you.
And so they're saying tapioca starch and arrowroot powder.
Yes, I agree
all
with
of that
you.
will work. Beth Grant
says I use saltstone for deodorant. Yes.
All right. And Freaky Geek has asked him, will potato starch work? I'm not sure about that.
Ask Rain about that. Rain is real good. She has a real good stuff on all that. Yes, Suburban Hillbilly says $300 to fill my back seat a week ago. I don't know if it would fill my back seat in my truck. I mean, I think $300, I don't even know if it would do it or not.
Do we grind our own grits? Yes. And that video's coming up. We've been trying for 2 weeks to get started on the grits and cornmeal, and we're going to do it this week if nothing happens.
Let's see. We have to fix our cabin since a tree fell on it, and we can see it on one of our. You can see it on one of our latest videos. Okay, yeah, we've been checking. We check people's videos out. We'll be checking that one out too.
This week we've been really slack because we have been. Y'all saw the videos. We just been really.
It's been a wild week. Let me tell y'all something. It's been 10 days since it rained here. And we're looking at another 10 days with no rain, so we're having to water everything we have like crazy just to keep it alive. So those of you who are getting rain, consider yourself lucky.
Okay, we've got 5 minutes to American Homestead. You guys, when y'all leave here, head over to American Homestead and check Zach out. And you want to go ahead and pray, and then we'll.
Yeah, let's go ahead and have our prayer, and then we'll, if we have any time left, we'll carry on then. Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight, Lord. We just want to tell you how much we love and appreciate you, and to ask that you forgive us of the sin in our life, Father, so that we can have a clean slate with you. And Father, so that there's nothing that would hinder our prayers from reaching the very throne of God. And Father, tonight we've had some people that's asked us to pray for them. We think about little Katie and being in the children's hospital, Father, and we think about Rick from Sioux Country, and Lord, there's just so many people, Father. I would be ashamed to try to mention all of them. Mr. Charles and his wife, Kiku, we think about them as they've asked us to pray for them, and Lord, we just, you're the great physician, let me just say that. And I know that you know every need. And Father, as these people cry out to you with their needs on this channel here tonight, I want to ask that you would, Father, that you would just heal them. Lord, but do it in a way that will glorify you and it'll make them be at peace. And Father, that they'll be able to enjoy their lives. And Lord, I pray for all the homesteads on here. Time is getting short in this country, and times are going to get harder and they're going to get worse. And Lord, I just want to ask you to help them get their homesteads in order, Father, and bless us so that we can be a blessing to these people that's here tonight, Father. And I thank you for all these people. I feel like I know a lot of them personally, even though I've never met a lot of them. A lot of them come to visit us, and boy, what a blessing that is. And we just want to thank you for those. I want to thank you for Mr. Charles and his wife coming by visiting today. And Lord, we've got several others that are scheduled to come by, and I just want to thank you that you can be with them. And I pray we can be a blessing to them also. And Father, I want to lift up our country one more time and ask that you have mercy on us. Father, just if you can find it in your will to spare us from a lot of the things that's fixing to happen in this country. And I want to ask that you bless my channel, all God's children, and Lord, give me the wisdom to be able to teach the Bible to these people in a way that it would be pleasing and according to you, and that they can be blessed from it, Father. Lord, I want to ask that you be with all of them now, and Father, even be with Zach and his channel coming up after us here. And I pray that you'll bless him and his channel also, Father, and that people can enjoy it, and we can all have a good time and good, clean Christian fellowship on our channels here now. I want to ask all these things in thy name. Amen. Okay, how much time we got left?
You got 4 minutes.
I got 4 minutes. You told me I didn't have a 5 while ago. So.
Well, you prayed fast.
Did I pray fast? All right. I tried to get it in, y'all.
And we also want to remember all the people in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, that's in that hurricane area. Just so Trish, one of our friends, one of our first Homestead friends that we met on YouTube, her house was flooded actually as the first of the rain bands were coming in.
Yeah, it was the first rain bands were coming in.
And she lost almost everything in her house due to it getting wet. So she's in a camper now. So y'all just remember Just So Trish too.
Yeah, we got lots of our subscribers who are down in there where this hurricane system is coming through, and y'all, we want to lift up all of them and pray for them also, because they've been displaced, and look, I've been through several hurricanes, and I know what that's like for having to live like that. It's just not good at all, and they need our prayers, and we want to continue to lift them up and pray for them also.
And pray that storm doesn't make an about face and come this way.
Yes.
They keep saying it's trying to twist and come back down, and we hope that it doesn't.
They're saying it's going to make a loop out in the ocean and come back through Orlando again and go back into the Gulf, and we're just praying that it doesn't do that. We just pray that it gets caught up in this cold front and sends it off out into the Atlantic out there somewhere.
Yeah. So now you guys head on over to Zach's. We've only got a minute or so. An American Homestead.
Zach's got some interesting stuff. Now, Zach is going to be making sorghum here shortly.
Yes.
So y'all keep watching on his channel for him to put up. He's bought a new sorghum mill. He's going to be squeezing his own sorghum and making his own syrup and stuff. So y'all be watching for that whenever it comes available, and I'm sure he'll appreciate it if you would take the time to watch him on his channel. And we'll continue all the prayer requests that y'all put up. We're going to continue to We're going to continue to watch those prayer requests, and we're going to continue to pray for them. I want to tell y'all how much we love you and how much we appreciate you. And we're going to let y'all go ahead and head on out where you have time to get over to Zach's tonight. So thank y'all for coming on here tonight and being with us, and I pray that we was able to be a blessing to you. Do we harvest our lemongrass? I'll answer one more. We do cut our lemongrass. We mix it in with the garden and we turn it under. It makes a great insect repeller.
I do dry some for teas.
Yes.
But we have an abundance. So if anybody wants lemongrass, you just have to message me.
Yep. Just message us.
Thank you guys. We'll see y'all next week.
We'll see y'all next week.